Today we're leaving Croatia, but just for a day. We started the morning with a couple of breakfast pastries, my favorite being the strukli, a traditional Croatian pastry that's especially associated with the Zagreb region. We got ready and headed out. We were temporarily leaving Croatia, meaning we're actually heading to the train station. And since we are traveling by train, it should be an easy guess as to where we're heading. We actually got really lucky because the worst weather of our entire trip happened to fall on the day we were spending most of it on a train anyway. Something sweet to start our journey, and we're off. If you've guessed we were heading to Slovenia, you were right. Our destination was Ljubljana. Now don't let that journey time put you off because the views were absolutely worth it. The river, forest, rolling hills and little villages along the way were absolutely stunning. It's no surprise Slovenia regularly ranks amongst Europe's happiest countries. I mean, if this is what it looks like on a grey, rainy day, I can't even imagine how beautiful it must be in the sunshine. We eventually got off at Ljubljana. We followed the crowd towards the city centre and quickly realized we were starving. Now, I know this isn't exactly traditional Slovenian food, but we were craving Asian food, so we ended up at a restaurant called Nim Nim Garden. We started with the spring rolls and the pork dumplings. Both were fantastic. For our mains, we got the sweet and sour chicken and the Mongolian beef, and both were cooked to perfection. We finished it off with deep fried ice cream, which was the best sweet ending to the meal. After lunch, we made our way towards the Ljubljana castle. A short ride on the funicular railway takes you straight up to the entrance. I have to admit though, the castle wasn't quite what I'd expected. I don't know if it was because there was a special event on that day or something, but it felt a little more commercialized than I'd imagined. The views though, those alone made the trip up completely worthwhile. You could tell the place had a huge amount of history, and even just walking around the outside was lovely. To get back down, Mum took the funicular and very kindly filmed those views for us, while our friend and I decided to take one of the woodland paths back down. Apparently there are a few different routes to choose from, but we simply picked the first one we came across. Of course, we somehow still managed to take one wrong turn, but eventually found our way back to my mum. By then, we realized the last direct train back was leaving soon. Thankfully, we made it, and somehow it was every bit as beautiful as the journey there. By the time we arrived back in Zagreb, we were more than ready to head home. Definitely a day to remember.